So this person thought that they were extremely evolved when you came into their life. They felt like they were on the upper tier of working on themselves, doing the inner work, and taking care of their mental and emotional states. And when you came along, you noticed like you're actually just using and abusing people like back to back to back. It was like this person is running from love long term. They're lonely, but they don't want an actual connection. They don't want somebody to see them for who they are, right? And so you came along and were like, hey, you're contradicting yourself. You're being hypocritical. And they would kind of just be like, oh, yeah, like, good point. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. And then they would end the conversation for the day until, it had fallen off for you so that you wouldn't bring it back up. Well, eventually this happened so many times where you were trying to communicate and they kept shutting you down that you were like, what's the point of communicating? So you just started pulling away from them because it was like, what's the point? They noticed that they can't communicate with you unless they actually evolve now. They recognize they weren't actually evolved and you're the person that actually is, and you are now setting the expectation. You're setting the standard for them and they don't want to meet it. So they were like, bye, don't want anything to do with you. Well, now they are regretting it heavily because their life is getting flipped upside down suddenly since you've left. It's like, for some reason, you shook the birdcage and you made them aware, and now they cannot not be aware. They're like, I have to face my demons now. And it's because of this person. They owe a lot to you, and they want you to come back into their life because you were the only person that was straightforward and told them directly what they needed to hear. So we're just going to see where they're at. What are the plans going forward? They just had a tower moment. Yeah. Their whole life came crashing down. Okay? They are coming out of it though. They're actually facing this, which is good. I mean, not everybody does. This is a pretty big deal, right? That they're actually looking at it. They want to move forward towards you. They're ready to move forward. Of course, they might be still very rigid and still trying to come out of this because this is a hard thing to deal with. I mean, it shook their whole life up. Okay? I just lost half the deck. So we're gonna turn this over. But right on top that came out was ruin. Okay, so that's right after Dark Night of the Soul. This is the Ten of Swords. This is brutal. This is their life crumbled so bad that they sat there in the bottom, at rock bottom. This is them at rock bottom, recognizing the only way out is up, right? So again, they are going to come out of this. What is this? They're so logical. This person doesn't ever invest in their actual emotions. They are so stuck in logic that they have a really hard time being in touch with the emotions. And so this is where you came in. And you were like, look, you have to stop using your logical mind. How are you actually treating people right now? And they ended up looking at it. You found it futile. You were like, there's no point in doing this anymore, and that's why you disappeared. Okay, what's the last card for this? The Hierophant reversed. Okay, they're changing their traditional values. They're changing the way that they look at themselves right now. So good luck.